Students, in this part 2 we are going to see the question answers related to the chapter objects. First part is filling the blanks with an appropriate words. Okay. Question number 1: in an object oriented programming, the stress is laid on data. Question number 2: a dash is an unique entity that contains characteristics and behaviors. Object. Question number 3: you can create a number of dash from the same class. Objects. Question number 4: the process of combining data and methods that enables them to be used in a single unit is called dash encapsulation. Question number 5: the process by which an object of a class acquires the properties from the object of another class is called dash inheritance. Question number 6: in an object oriented programming, dash is a blueprint that describes attributes and behaviors class. Question number 7: creating objects of a class is called dash a class instantiate instantiating a class. Question number 8: the process of restricting the free flow of data from the outside world is known as encapsulation. Now we move on to short answers. Question number 1: what is meant by object oriented programming? Name all the principles of object oriented programming. Object oriented programming is a modular approach of programming that gives stress to data over functions. It decomposes the program into a number of entities called objects. Each object contains data and functions to operate on that data. Objects cannot access each other's data, they only communicate through functions. The principles of object oriented programming are: number 1, abstraction; number 2, encapsulation; number 3, inheritance; number 4, polymorphism. Question number 2: what are the features of object oriented programming? Explain. The features of object oriented programming are: first one, it gives stress on the data items rather than functions. Number 2, it makes the complete program or problem simpler by dividing into number of objects. Number 3, the objects share information through functions. Number 4, data remains secure from outer interference. The next question is: explain the term class and object with the help of real world examples. So many times we studied about that definition of this class and objects. So first you have to explain class and objects, then any real world object you can explain. Okay. Next question is: what is meant by abstract class? Class declared using the abstract keyword is called as an abstract class. We cannot instantiate objects of abstract class. An abstract class can contain abstract methods and concrete methods. Okay, that is methods without body and normal methods with body. The subclass inheriting the abstract class needs to provide the definition of abstract methods of the superclass, otherwise superclass also needs to be abstract. Next question is: define the following terms with real world examples. So this also repeatedly we are studying from class 9th. Okay, first you have to explain an inheritance, then you have to explain the inheritance with some real world objects. Okay students, there is no need to read the question and the answers again and again. You know the real world object also, which example you know well, that you can explain here in every definition, that is inheritance, polymorphism, and the next one is encapsulation, the next one is abstraction. Okay students, now we move on to the next questions, that is the real world object is here. Television set is a real world object. Explain. So television set is a real world object. So this television set is having some characteristics and behaviors, so that we have to explain here. Okay students, the next one is give two differences between polymorphism and inheritance. So polymorphism provides the means to perform a single action in multiple different ways. Inheritance means inheritance enables new classes to receive or inherit the properties of methods of existing classes. Then polymorphism is implemented through method overloading and method overriding in Java. In inheritance, a class can inherit from another class using the extends keyword in Java. So to inherit something from the existing class, so we have to use the keyword extends. The next question is, an object is referred as an instance of a class. Explain. That you know. Then class and objects are interrelated. Justify these statements. So the answer is here. The next one is real world programming. It is inverse levels. So we are taking some real world objects related programs. Okay. So these are the questions. Design a class, add dist. Dist means distance with the following specifications. The class name is add dist. Data members are instance variables. So data members or instant variables means the variables that is used inside the class. So these are the variables, that is km, kilometers, then mts, meters, cm, centimeter. All the variables are integer. The data type is integer. Then member methods. What are the functions we are going to use inside the program? Void get distof. Okay, this is the first function. Here you have to accept a distance in kilometer, meters and centimeter. Okay, then void show distof. Here to display the distance in kilometer, meters and centimeters. Write a main function. After return this member methods, you have to write the main function to create an object of the class add dist. Okay, for this class you have to create an object and call the member methods, and you have to call all these functions here, okay, in the main function. So this is the programming questions. For this question we are going to write the program. Okay, so the class name is add dist, and the variables we are using inside the program is kilometers, meters and centimeter. All are integers, and these are the two functions we are going to use. So at the end of the program we have to create a class for object for the class add dist, and we have to call all the member methods. Okay, so how we will do the program. So it is here. First, import java.util.scanner. Then the class name is add dist. Then we are using three variables, that is kilometer, meters and centimeter. All are integers. Then void get distof. Then open curly braces. Then scanner in equal to new scanner of system.in. This line we have to write to create an object here. Then system.out.println of enter a distance in kilometer, meters and centimeter. So all are integers. So kilometer equal to system.out.println of enter kilometer. So kilometer is equal to in dot next int of. For the meters and centimeters also we have to write this. Then so this function is over. So the second function is void show distof. So we are going to show all the input data here. So system.out.println of system distance in kilometers equal to this km we have to print. Then like the same we have to print in meters and centimeter. So this member methods are over here. Then here we have to create an object, and for the class add dist, and we have to call all these member methods also here. So now we are going for the main part of the program. Public static void main of string arguments of, then add dist object obj equal to new add distaf. Here the object is created and we are going to call these two member methods, obj dot get distaf first one, second one is obj dot show distaf, then close all the curly braces. Okay, so this is the programming code. Next program is design a class cuboid with the following specifications. Class cuboid. Okay, the class name is cuboid. So the variables used inside the programs are len, length, breadth, height, volume. Okay, so all the variables are integer, so the data type is int. Then member methods, the functions that we are using inside the program. Void input of to accept length, breadth and height of a cuboid. Then next one is void calculate of to calculate the volume of the cuboid. Then void display of to print the volume of cuboid. So three member functions we are using here. Then at last write the main function to create the object. So here also you have to create the object for the class volume and call the member methods. Okay, so here it is cuboid, they have written as cuboid, and okay, so you have to take the class name as volume or cuboid. So now we are going to see how to write the program. Okay, so the class name is cuboid. In import java.utl.scanner class name this, we have to accept all the variables here. Then input, we are going to input the length of the cuboid, breadth of the cuboid and height of the cuboid. All are integers, so it is in dot next int of. Then void calculate the volume of the cuboid, so the formula is length into breadth into height. So here the calculation part is over. Then we are going to display the volume of the cuboid. So here we displayed the volume, and this is the main part of the program, that is public static void main of string arguments of. Here we are creating the object for the class, that is cuboid obj equal to new cuboid of. Then we are going to call all these member functions here, that is obj dot input of first one, second one is obj dot calculate of, then third one is obj dot display of, then close all the curly braces. Now again we are going to see another one real world object, that is calculator. So the class name is display. We are using three variables abc, now all are integers, and member methods. These are the functions we are going to use. Void accept of means to accept the value of a and b. So it is your, this is your question. In your question everything is there, just we have to read the question twice and start write the code. Okay, so the class name is here. So data members are the instant variables. What are the variables we are going to use inside the program, everything is here, and its data type is there, and the functions you have to use here, everything is there in your question. Just read the question twice and start write the answer. The another one function is void max of to find greater of two values a and b and store the result to see display the result. Okay, then void min of to find the smaller of two numbers a and b and store the result in C and display the result. Then void difference of to store the difference between A and B and store the result in C and display the result. And write a main class to create an object of class display and call the member methods. Okay students, now we are going to see the code. So first import java.utl.scanner, then class name is display. We initialized all these variables as integers, and the first member method is accept of. We are going to accept the value of a and b here, and max of. So here we are used the ternary operator here. So in ternary operator, first we have to check the condition. In C we are going to store the result. If a is greater than b, if the condition is true, then a is the greater number. So if a greater than b, if the condition is false means b is the greatest number. Okay, so it is stored, the greatest number is stored in the variable c. Then here the less than, the smallest element, and here we are finding the difference between a and b and stored it in the variable c. And here write the main function, that is public static void main of string arguments of. Then we are going to create an object for this class, display obj equal to new display of. Then we are calling all these member functions here. Okay, that is obj.accept of, obj.max of, obj.min of, obj.difference of. Then we are closing all the brackets. Okay students, so the second part is over here, and the remaining part will continue in the part 3. Okay.